another episode of Trader Trading Tuesdays. I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Mike. So last week we took a test based on that Andy created doing about charts and candlesticks, and obviously we got a perfect score because trading is easy. So this week he said he wants to make it harder. He's teaching us about trend lines. So he prepared some slides to tell us about what trend lines are, how are we supposed to look out for them, how are we supposed to draw them, and at the end of the day he'll give us another test. And based on our track record, we should probably get another perfect score. Let's get down to it. Okay, so what is a trend line?
Technical analysis rests on the assumption that prices trend. A trend line is an important tool in technical analysis for both trend identification and confirmation.
This is a very TLDR kind of thing.
Yep.
Okay, and then he bolded it already.
Yep.
A straight line that connects two or more price points and then extends into the future to act as a line of support or resistance. Great.
So we have to, if we want to draw one, we have to connect two or more.
It's like those games I used to play as a kid, where they draw dots and then you just link them to draw a picture. Easy peasy.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
We're
types of
skipping
trend.
the rest.
Yeah, he only bolded one line.
How do you do in school?
Not bad, same as you. Okay, so types of trend lines. Support and resistance lines / ranges. So there are three types. Uptrend, downtrend.
Sideways, horizontal trend / consolidation.
Makes sense.
I guess upward, downward, or sideways.
Okay.
Next.
Okay, so after we understand trend lines, which he didn't actually fully explain, we go to support and resistance. So it is about the ongoing battle between bulls and bears.
Or the struggle between buyers and sellers.
Still tells me nothing.
Oh,
Okay.
support and resistance levels are a critical part of trend analysis because they can be used to make specific trading decisions and identify when a trend is about to reverse.
Okay. So-
These levels both test and confirm trends and should be closely monitored by anyone using technical analysis. As long as the price remains between these two levels, the trend is likely to continue in the prevailing direction.
So it's like bowling. We just can't get it into the gutter. As long as it's in the lane, it's fine.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
I guess this is the example of a trend line with the support / resistance level.
Did he not cut through like the entire chart?
Yeah.
Okay, so resistance, which magically transforms into support, which also transforms into resistance. Okay. I guess this is how we're going to draw ours later.
So I guess if the prices don't pass through that line, then it's resistance.
And if the prices don't go below the line, it's support.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume this is just an example and not a real trend line. Because this tells me nothing. Next.
Uptrend line. An uptrend line has a positive slope and is formed by connecting two or more low points.
Okay. The second low must be higher than the first for the line to have a positive slope.
So it's just like...
Okay. Note that at least 3 points must be connected before it's considered a valid trend line. He just said 2 or more. Now it suddenly becomes 3.
I guess you'll have to do 3. Or more.
I just feel cheated. Next.
So this is the first point, the second point, and the third point, and
And
the first
apparently
point
the line
is
can
lower.
bend.
Wait, what is this?
Yeah.
What?
You know this is called hard fork.
No. Okay,
Okay.
next. The downtrend line.
Downtrend line.
Downtrend line has a negative slope and is formed by connecting two or more high points. The second high must be lower than the first for the line to have a negative slope. Note that at least 3 points must be connected before the line is considered to be a valid trend line. So it's the same thing,
exactly
but
the same.
the opposite.
Alright.
Next. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Board next.
Sideways channel.
Is two trend lines that act as strong areas of support and resistance with the price bouncing between them. Upper trend line has a series of highs while the lower trend line has a series of lows.
So there are 2 lines. That's all.
Okay, great.
Right?
So you can trade between the support and resistance trend lines until it breaks out beyond one of the two levels. I'm going to assume it's the top or the bottom level.
Yeah.
In which case, traders can expect a sharp move in the direction of the breakout.
So I guess if you break outwards and then you
It'll
continue
go
going
upwards.
up and
Yes.
then
If
vice
it breaks
versa.
downward. I can just say, right, that Andy's slides leave you with more questions than answers sometimes.
Oh, there we go. So, yep, there's a upper line and a lower line, and then it keeps moving within that channel until
Okay.
the breakout. So it goes up and then continues moving in that direction. Okay.
Sometimes you're so smart.
Oh, he gave us tips.
Okay. Most trend lines you come across will have some overlap. What's important is getting the most touches without cutting through the body of a candle. So just now the first example of trend line was completely rubbish because it cut through everything.
But did it cut through the wicks? Let's go back and see.
Okay, like 8 slides back, I think.
Oh, no.
It cuts through everything. Arbitrary rules.
Oh, wow.
Never try to force a trend line to fit. If it doesn't fit, it is not valid.
Okay.
I think that's what we learn in like primary school when they give us those little blocks with the holes. They're like, oh, try and get it to fit. Next,
Next. Oh.
Draw
we have
tree.
practice.
click on trend line, drag on the chart, and drag the mouse to the end of the trend and click to form a line.
Okay.
Simple.
So I guess we have to move to this.
Okay, so let's get down to it. So based on Andy's practice chart, we can see that we are supposed to start from this area, plot to this area, and draw another one here.
Based on. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So the first one has to draw 2 trend lines. The second we have to draw
One.
1.
Yes.
Okay, so clearly this looks like it's going down. Therefore, it is a downtrend line, which means that it is
The highest highs.
highs.
So we have to
Link 3
3
points.
points. And not cut any of the bodies.
Okay, this only connects 2 points. Do we have to start at the exact tip?
I feel like we might have to.
Fine.
Can we draw different shorter trend lines?
Okay. This is 3.
Does it work? Is the line
It
too
kind of
thick?
fine. We can reduce the thickness.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, this is 3, but it cuts through, so we forget it.
3? Yeah. Well,
Does this count as 3? This counts as...
no.
Yes, I'm touching the last one. But I'm
Where's
cutting
the highest high for the last one?
here. No, it's here.
So you're only doing.
Fine.
There's only 2.
Okay, so if you do this, this is the only 3 that works.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we
We
will
can draw another one.
Another one, starting from the...
Should we connect the 2? The first trend line and the second one?
Okay, you can start connecting here. And... No, but it doesn't touch 3 times, see. Unless I count this, which is not really a trend line.
So he's.
Oh, I know. It should be on this side.
Oh, right, because it goes up.
Oh, if it goes on at the bottom, sorry. Right, so if the chart ends here, 1, 2, 3.
Is it cutting the body for the second and third point?
Not particularly. I mean, it is 3 touches, so there's 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touches.
Okay, let's move on to the next one.
That was easy. I wish you would give us a challenge.
So for the next one, it's from.
Okay, so once again, lowest low to highest high.
Lowest low to highest high.
Lowest low to highest low. Lowest low to highest low. Yes, that's right.
And 3 connecting points.
1. Start at the bottom of the wick-ish.
Yep.
This.
2, 3. I see 3. Okay. Let's
Okay,
see
does
both
this-
our answers.
Does this work? Okay, so this is technically a trend. This is a trend up. and then we're touching 1, 2, 3, touching 1, 2, 3, we're touching 1, 2, 3. So I would safely say this is a resistance line, and then this is the support.
But I'm a bit worried because the two lines aren't touching.
Nowhere in the essay did he ever say that we have to touch the two trend lines. Did he? No. So if he didn't say, it doesn't count.
Okay.
Okay, I wait to see the answer.
Okay.
Huh.
What?
Okay. Well, we were not close, but at all.
It's so
It's cutting
both
through
of
everything.
so both of his lines for the first one are down trends. Ours is a down and up trend.
Okay, this looks like it was right, but
Except
he
they
extended it all the way down.
extrapolated.
So I'm going to take it as we were half right. Okay, the second one is...
See, he connected the two lines in the end that he drew. I don't know whether
Fine, you're
it's
right. But he didn't connect. He connected this, but this is the highest low.
I guess if you try to connect the
Here, is it?
highest
Here.
low, to the highest low, it doesn't hit 3 points.
Oh, so you have to connect to the here.
So if we do it for the highest high, the highest low,
highest low here,
the highest one,
this one.
yeah.
Well, that
Then it
touches
doesn't,
nothing.
yeah. So I guess that's why he did the one before it.
Like about here-ish, and then he touched the lowest low.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
let me
that's-
go and zoom in. Well, it does touch 3 points very nicely.
Yeah. Okay.
But he kind of cheated because he passed through so many bodies and... Yeah, he cut through everything.
Yeah.
Andy, you cut through every part of the body. How does this count as a trend line? It's called force fitting.
You told us not to force it.
Yeah,
And we
but-
trusted you.
But this is not exactly forcing. Okay, let me just quickly explain.
Alright.
Is
there
it a
you
trend
go.
line?
This is the mic.
Oh my god, so
No,
bad.
we extended,
Oh,
we
okay.
drew this line. We drew at first this line, and then we drew this upward line. And then suddenly we found out that there's this line that cuts through the entire body.
But then I just tell you to draw two. Why is there three?
We drew two.
We
This
drew
was an
two.
ad, we didn't have this.
Oh.
This was when we were copying your answer.
Oh.
So we drew this, touch 3
Okay.
points, and we drew
Okay.
this, touch 3 points.
Okay, so it's something you call breakout, right? So when you draw trend lines, right, you gotta kind of assume that okay, of course this trend line is a bit ugly, the first one, honestly. But one of the reasons why I draw that way is because I'm assuming that I don't know what is gonna happen next.
Okay.
Right? So when I draw this point, it touched 1, 2, and 3, third time, and the fourth time here it actually broke out. So once it's broken out, right, this trend line is kind of obsolete.
So it's not a trend line.
Yeah, technically because it's already broken out, right? So this line now becomes the support in that sense. So therefore, you take this new level as a Q point, and then I redraw another trend line. And so the second trend line is actually stronger and kind of like better than the previous one. So of course, this trend line looks a bit dumb and stupid. Perhaps it should have ended around here, then it will be clearer, right? So for you to understand. But basically, this trend line shows the next resistance level. So 1, 2, 3, and then once again it broke out. And then subsequently it becomes a support. So that's the reason why sometimes you want to stretch the trend line a little bit because it may become the support later on. Understand?
Okay, how about this one? Does it matter that I use the lowest lows instead of the highest highs?
Yeah, so the problem with drawing here, okay, so somehow you should be drawing on both ends, like a parallel line. This could track the breakout, which is happening here,
Okay.
right? But when you draw the top, right, it's catching breakout to the top. This is catching breakout to the bottom.
Okay, but you said draw one trend line. So does it matter which one I draw? Or are both considered correct?
It doesn't really matter that much, to be honest, but I always prefer drawing at the peaks than the troughs. So
Doesn't matter. He said it doesn't matter, therefore this still counts as correct.
Oh, technically, yeah, but because it broke out later, right? So
Not out of the box doesn't count.
So trend line's quite invalid, right? Yeah, so I kind of take into consideration. You have to, when you draw trend line, when you backtest data in terms of trend line, you gotta assume that you don't know what's gonna happen next. So they are drawing trend line based on that. But even if you're drawing trend line based on current time frame, then you just need to draw based on historical trends.
Based on what?
based on
Historical trends.
Historical trends.
peaks and troughs. Then that's it.
Okay, so out of the 3 trend lines, I would safely say that we got this one right, we got this one right, and
We
did not get that one.
Yeah,
But
at all.
2 out of 3 is still not too
It's a
bad.
struggle.
2 out is 66.6%.
That sounds bad. That sounds bad.
It's not our fault that our teacher didn't tell us you could cut candles with certain exceptions to the rule.
Oh wow.
Okay, so let's see what his parting words of wisdom are. Okay, everyone's interpretation of charts and trend lines is different. Yeah, most definitely. If trend lines are drawn well, they can serve as an indicator for support and resistance levels.
Yeah, he explained that just now.
Yeah, it's only valid to the point the breakout happens. Also explained.
But explained it too
A bit
late.
late. Yeah, it would be nice to have it 2 slides before the actual test. 2 to 3 peaks or troughs have to be connected to increase the accuracy. I think we were a bit too focused on making 2 or 3 connections alone.
Yeah.
Okay, and then practice. Yeah, practice makes perfect.
That's yeah.
Okay, so since we still had to call Andy in for some help, I guess he's not completely obsolete yet, but we learned really fast. Like kudos to us for being so talented. Thank you. Okay, see you in the next episode.
Bye.